All right, everybody. Let's find ourselves a webcam. I think we're lined up on the left because of Shadowrun. So let's say that is this one here. Hey, hi. Hey everybody, I am Somebody Nowhere, and it is Saturday, and I play free games on Saturday. Tonight's free game is the free on Epic title Citizen Sleeper. I have heard good things about this one, and I wanted to play it. I even have it like wish listed or whatever on other platforms, but came up for free on Epic, and it looked like it wasn't too graphically intensive, so yeah, let's do this. It's my understanding this is very much like a story game, and I guess you roll the dice and then you use those dice rolls to help decide how the story evolves. Like it's not like actions or action based or whatever, but yeah, depending on how well you roll the dice, that's how the things in the story go. So I don't know too much about this game. Like I don't know a lot about the story other than it's got like a science fiction sort of thing going on. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into this and see how far I can get before all the reading tires me out, because sometimes that's kind of just how it works. You read and it just sort of makes you tired. But yeah, let's go ahead and give it a go. New game. Ooh, oh wait, yeah, no, we got classes too. Let's see. An operator works with drones, high-precision remote machines to perform complex tasks from a distance. Sleepers assigned to operator work are usually cerebral and precise. So let's see. Use strength or strength of will. So they have less strength, but are better at digital stuff. And then just that. What else we got? Extractor. Extractors work on resource extraction, often in hard vacuum environments. Sleepers assigned to extractor work are often confident, self-sufficient, and have high levels of endurance. So they don't have as much awareness, but they have more strength or strength of will. Perk, photosynthetic skin. Sunbathed ice action allows energy recovery at home. Huh. What is this one? Chance to gain cryo on interface actions. I don't know what that means. What else we got? Machinist. A machinist repairs and modifies automated systems used in industrial resource extraction. Sleepers assigned to machinist work are usually diligent, careful, and structured people. They have the ability to gain random scrap item on engineer actions. Huh. Let's see how this extractor thing goes. I don't know what a lot of these things mean, but you know what? I'm just gonna see how it goes. That's kind of how these Saturday streams work. We're trying out a game so that it doesn't end up in our backlog. These free games, sometimes you just add them to your account and you like never play them. But I'm willing to give any game a chance, see how it goes. I know I said I've been looking at this game as one to play, but still, like, let's see what we got. Let's be an extractor. All right. Hopefully my computer is good enough that it doesn't make the loading times too bad. The first thing you become aware of on waking is the disconnect, the delay between thinking and feeling, between wanting to act and acting. Minor, almost imperceptible, but always present. Okay, so where are you? Data, items, cryptocurrency stored in air-walled sticks of memory known as chits. Okay. Whoa. Okay, we can select that. Anything data? Alright, let's keep going. At its worst, when waking, it's at its worst when waking. When yourself has spent many dark hours recalling what it felt to be real, to be a person, to be in a body that was indisputably yours. Think of that body. You know what? Let's think of the body. Yeah, no. Not gonna do that, bot. A leap into a cold lake on a hot day, the sting of blood welling from a fresh wound, the friction of a fingertip. All of a sudden, the memories are closer than you thought, blurring as you approach, until you can't tell one from the other. Cold slips in, behind and around you, and the sensations fade out of reach. Perhaps you should be thankful for the dulled nature of this new body, given your current circumstances. The walls of the container feel immediately present, cold, hard, at your back and face, cramping your limbs. You resist the desire to stretch, knowing that the claustrophobia comes next, and retreat a little from your central nervous system. It isn't painful, not like you used to know pain, at least. In emergency mode, pain is a message delivered with efficiency and ease, a reminder that harm is imminent. There is no insistent throb, no trembling nerves, just a warning delivered with the banal quality of a digital notification. Right now, there are thousands of them. Let's remember the plan. You must remember that it wasn't a good plan, and then your options were limited. And once you got the itch to get out, by any means possible, it was either that plan or something much worse. It was at least simple. Collapse the shaft, drift away in the chaos, slip into cargo processing, seal yourself into containers, then just hope the freighter left before you were missed. Some were lost in the shaft, others never found the meeting point. Only a few made it to the containers, but the freighter, as far as you know, left. That feels like enough. Enough to know that you might no longer be on that grim and heartless rock. Even if, in the airless hold of the freighter, you might freeze solid long before you reach any destination. Let's see, wait for the cold or try to rest? Let's wait for the cold? Like, this is not a good plan, just hanging out inside the shaft here? Like, probably gonna freeze. Whatever, let's wait for the cold. That's all there is now. It's been a long time since you left. Surely weeks, maybe months. You are dully aware of damage to your legs, your right arm. You've been reserving energy as much as possible, but your body is still needed to shut down many of its systems to protect you. You have spent much of that time asleep, knowing that anything else would be impossible to endure. You feel the weight of that impossibility begin to gather. It is time to sleep again, to nudge this false body into inducing delta waves in your emulated mind, and once again recoil into a dream of when you were once a person. Rest. Time passes. The cold creeps further in. You feel something. Warmth. Not true warmth, but the indication of its presence. Your joints release from their rigor. Sound too, everywhere, screeching and shimmering so loud that your body ducks your hearing to protect its sensors. Then light, white as the cold, softer and softer until the haze of dirty yellow, a figure appears. You are out. Oh. Okay, we've got Drago's Pragmatic Salvager. Anything else we can interact with? Oh, here we go. Dragos, a Pragmatic Salvager. It's been a few hours since Dragos pulled you from the container. You sit huddled in a corner of his scrapyard, swaddled in the reflective folds of the mylar blanket. You are slowly coming back to consciousness, back to life, and you stare at the ornately curving element of an improvised heater. You are surrounded by angular, incoherent lumps of ships, some corroded beyond recognition, others still carrying glassy wounds along their edges where a plasma arc sliced them apart. As you trace their shapes with fogged eyes, you hear a voice. So, Sleeper, you all thawed yet? Stay silent. I don't know what's happening. Never seen one of you come in like this. New frames must have better perseverance in sub-zero vac. Seen more than a few of you frozen solid to hull plates or inside outer locks in my time. They weren't so lucky. Dragos comes into focus, shrouded in makeshift tech, his headset with its glinting eyes, the mark of a drone operator. On his shoulder, one of his symbiotically linked drones perches its irising eye locking you with an unflinching stare. Oh, this guy right here. Last living sleeper that came through this yard was a while ago. It didn't last long. You struggle to read his expression beneath the tech, but he seems lost in memory for a moment, or perhaps he's just figuring out what to do with you. I plan to survive. You aren't sure if he hears you. I won't ask what led you to it. You sell yourself to a corporation, and I suppose you know you can't go back. Your old body, that's theirs now, and you are just software. A rogue emulation illegally processing corporate property. You nod along, you remember biometrically signing the forms. The cold floor on your feet as you padded to the sleeper cells. The promise of a life off-world, but as you do, you get the now familiar sensation that these aren't your memories. These are things you know, but not things you feel. You are no longer that person. You are an offshoot, a copy. What you don't know is what's ahead. At least the last one didn't. There's no way to put it. That body of yours is falling apart. It's the same for any sleeper who makes it out. SN-ARP wants to protect their property, but if they can't keep a hold of you, well, then no one can. You remember that too, or at least rumors of it from the other sleepers. Planned obsolescence, a built-in dependence on the regularly administered supplements that were part of your routine. Stop taking them and your body begins to shut down. Separate from your emulated mind. How long has it been? How long do you have? But for now, sleeper, you are one of the lucky ones. Dragos glances up and away towards the glassy dome of the yard. The Eye is the best place you could be right now. The Eye? The station. You'll see soon enough. Dragos impatiently shifts his weight. Look, I've got things to be getting on with. He trails off. There's an old freight container I've been using as storage out in the stacks. We haven't been pulling in much valuable scrap these days, so you're welcome to it. Something wells up inside you. Emotion fatigue. You shakily get to your feet. Nod. Alright. You head up there and you look like you need some rest. And with that, Dragos stalks back into the Rex, his drones already converging on a rustling hulk, plasma flashes silhouetting his spindly figure as he returns to work. Alright, tutorial introduction. Welcome to Erlin's Eye. Life on the Eye runs in cycles, during which you can talk to characters, explore areas of the station, and perform actions. At the end of each cycle, you need to head to your current home to rest. Resting will move time forward on the station. Head to the empty container located to the rest. Head to the empty container location to rest and end the cycle now. Select location by clicking on the icon. Okay. Empty container. Okay. Ooh, upgrade points. What do we got here? Okay, for 1, 2, and then for 3, like for 2, you get some abilities, it looks like, too, so that's kind of tempting. Ooh, yeah, we start off with -1 in Intuit. Wow. Intuit gets a nice bonus at 2 points. Jeez. Reroll all your dice once per cycle? That seems like it could be good. Okay, we start off with photosynthetic skin because we have 1 point in endure. Keep 2 dice when condition is breaking. I'm not sure what condition is. Chance to gain energy after any engage action. Dice actions display potential positive and ooh. I could see why Intuit is a good skill to have. But we might be in trouble not having that. Let's see. Chance to gain random scrap item on engineer actions. Yeah, we saw that one before. Well, we'll just do what we can with what we have and see what happens. Onward to the empty container. Alright, all cycles need to end. Rest and prepare for the next one. Okay. Oh, it moves just a little bit. You wake, curled in the corner of the container. You begin slowly assembling the world around you. After all this time, you still find this body, the one you wake in now, strange and disjointed. Its messages readable but somehow wrong. You sit up, pulling the mylar blanket close against the cold. Here you are, on this ruined station, millions of miles from anyone you know. Are you still in the system? Did any of the others make it out? It's impossible to know. After all this, what matters? Let's get answers. Let's get some answers. It all matters. The past is impossible to escape if it remains a blur. What SNR did to you cannot be forgotten. You need a way of understanding all this before you can move on. Where are you? What is this place? What happened to the others? The questions outnumber the answers. You want to change that, but you'll have to learn to survive first. Dragos has left a few comforts in your container. The mylar blanket, the bedroll you slept on, a canister of water, a makeshift electric stove, and some faded sachets of some desiccated powder. You thumb the power stud of the stove and begin to boil the water. The contents of the sachets smell like damp wood, and you sprinkle them into the liquid. As the pungent smell washes over you, images from your restless sleep come back to you. A ring, like the station, but skeletal and ghostly. A web of threads pulling at your skin. A constellation of bright, polygonal shapes, like angular suns, burning into your mind. There's something unpleasantly visceral about these images, and it is long after you've finished drinking before they begin to fade. You tidy away the stove as best you can, and try to gather enough energy to greet the day. Okay. Tutorial. Condition, action, dice, and energy. Your condition represents the current state of your artificial body. It depletes by 1 segment each cycle, but can also be damaged by violence, injury, or lack of food. If your condition bar empties, you will suffer a breakdown. You'll have to figure out how to recover your condition now that you no longer have access to corporate pharmaceuticals that were keeping you alive. Action dice. At the start of each cycle, you roll your action dice. These dice can be used to perform actions on the station. The number of dice rolled is based on your current condition. The worse your condition, the fewer dice you have. Once you have used your dice, you cannot take any further actions and must rest to recover them, ending the current cycle. Energy. You also need to eat to survive. This is represented by your energy bar. You can refill your energy bar by eating, but first, you'll have to find somewhere to get food. Your energy depletes by 2 segments each cycle. If it becomes empty, you will be starving. When starving, energy loss becomes condition loss, and your condition will also deplete at a double rate per cycle. Okay. So we need to find food. We've got to use our dice rolls to find food to help make sure we maintain our energy so that we don't. But then we also need to not get got by violence, injury, or again, I guess just lack of food. They're really emphasizing the food. They're really emphasizing the food on this one. So continue. We've got so many things. Look at all these dice we got. So much dice. Alright, let's see what we can do today. Dragos is standing in the corridor when you close up the container. He's still wearing his headset, and in the harsh light of the corridor, you realize it's implanted. A drone sits on his shoulder, its cache of sensor eyes rapidly irising. How are you feeling? I mean, we're okay. Like, we're not amazing. We're not far off from being hungry. We're okay. Yeah, okay. The drone chirps. Good to hear. You notice that beneath the operator's rig, his skin is marked by burns and blotches. I know the container isn't much, but it'll keep you safe. He pauses. So, I'm not going to chit-chat you long. You well enough to work? Sure. Alright then. He nods. At the yard, it's simple stuff. We hack these old holes down, sell them off to the shipyards or the bright market dealers for crypto. Occasionally we pull out some tech, something with a bit more value, but most of what comes in is scrap. It's hard to find good hands here, but I figure as a sleeper, you'll be used to the manual labor. And obviously I'll slip you a few chits of commission based on what you turn up. Chits? These. He pulls out a handful of small metal bars. Air-walled cryo, isolated from the market. It's what we use to trade out here. Stuffs them back in his pocket. He shuffles his feet nervously. Look, I wouldn't usually do this. In my opinion, you'd be best suited moving on as quickly as you can. Sleepers, well, trails off. But things being the way they are for me at the yard, he pauses. I need the help. Why? Things are a little tight, that's all. I owe a little cryo to a client here or there. He pauses, thinking of something else to add. Look, just come down to the yard when you're feeling fresher. There's plenty to do. Will do. He nods distractedly and turns and walks away, the drone hopping along ahead of him. See you later, he calls back. Looks like it's time to get to work. Okay. We've got the yard. Is that all that we have so far? Decaying scrapyard. Let's see what we get. Alright. Tutorial. Actions. Actions are the primary way you interact with the world of Citizen Sleeper. To perform an action, click and drag the chosen action dice to the slot. Okay, so... Alright. Okay. A repeatable action. Hold dissection. Hold dissection. Even the rustiest holes can hide valuable components and materials. Extracting them means cutting carefully and skillfully. +1 endurance. It's going to make it. Let's see, manual salvage. It's going to take some time to sort and cut your way through the towers of salvage, but you are no stranger to hard labor. Yeah, we've got +1 endurance. This feels like the better one to try to do, but let's see. Actions reward you with clock progress, energy, condition, or items depending on their outcome. The 3 types of outcomes are positive, the action goes better than expected; neutral, the action succeeds; or negative, the action fails. Ooh. Okay, so even if it's like a 3 or a 4, it has a 25% chance of being negative. So at a 3 or a 4, you only have a 75% chance of it being positive. Okay. So it's like +1. Does that like add +1 to the dice roll then? Okay, let's see what happens. Yeah. Okay, modifier. Either -1, +1, or +2. This is added to the action dice when slotted and improves the value. Some actions require a +1 to perform. Okay, good. That is exactly like I thought it was. Okay, either critical or repeatable. Critical actions can only be performed once. Risk, either safe, risky, or danger. So safe, this is risky. No loss of condition, energy, or cryo. Negative outcome means cryo or energy loss. Negative means condition loss. Neutral outcome can mean cryo or energy loss. I don't want negative. That does not sound like what I want at all. The skill that this action requires: either engineer, interface, endure, intuit, or engage. So this one is endure, and so it would be good for us. Alright. Let's see. Every salvager knows they are always one lucky haul away from their next payday. Debt called in. Dragos is tied up in something ugly, and if he misses a payment or two, things could get nasty. I mean, if I put in 3, like, I feel like I want to save my best. Like, right now, I have a pretty good collection of dice. I mean, we've got 2 4s. I mean, do we start weak? Start with our weak rolls, or start with like a guaranteed kind of stuff? Like, you know what? We'll save the 6 for if we end up with something that requires our not good stat. So yeah, we've got a 75% chance of something good, with a 25% chance of something bad. Alright, it's going to take some time to sort and cut your way through the towers, but you're no stranger to hard labor. Let's start the action. Alright. Actions often progress clocks. Clocks are displayed below the actions that fill them. They track your actions and how they affect the world. Filling the clock means something good or bad is about to happen. Some clocks, such as the one tracking Dragos' debt, are cycle clocks. These clocks tick themselves once each cycle and can complete without player input. Any active cycle clocks will be displayed on an icon for that location. Okay, so we just got back to business, and okay, we got +1 back to business and a little bit of cryo. I mean, repeatable action, we could probably do 6 on this just to see what we get. Because I don't know what else there is. I think is this the only thing that we have? Oh, there's something up here too. Drives and navigation. In Citizen Sleeper, you will unlock drives as you discover more about yourself and the world. Drives guide you in pursuing specific objectives, depending on which path you wish to take. You can track drives, and any tracked drives will place a yellow marker on the location that will help you pursue that goal. Access your drive menu via the arrow button on the top left. You are now free to explore Erland's Eye and make a life for yourself here. Try tracking a drive to help you survive. Look for food to keep your energy up and a way to recover condition. Fill clocks to progress stories and find new opportunities. Remember to end cycle at home when you are out of dice. Use the mouse wheel to scroll along the station. Rotate with A and D. Good luck. Oh, look at all these places! There's so many. You need access to corporate pharmaceuticals, otherwise this escape attempt will come to a rapid end. Yeah, we can scroll down the thing here. What is this one? Shipyards. This. Takes several cycles to reach the starwork belt and return loaded with scraps from wrecks. Rotunda Wet Dock. Merchants willing to run the gauntlet of the Hellion system are rare, but those that do always return eventually. Wait, what, this is a cycle clock, was it? A cycle clock, what did they said? Cycle clocks always advance naturally. The Rotunda. Hey. Steel dock plans. Let's see. Havenage security has to have plans. Stealing them would be the fastest way to know this place, and the most dangerous. The rotunda of the old dock is filled with passageways and concourses, leading to all kinds of docking bays. You know what? I'm just going to take my camera off of here. It's not gaining us anything necessarily. I'm mostly just reading anyway. It'll be fine. Critical action. I mean, I feel like I could put the 5 on, or put the 6 on there, and we get a good result. Stock Watcher, Havenage watch list. Havenage run the rotunda, and their security watches the docks. Better avoid attracting their attention. Okay, what was the one that was at the bottom here? You don't have the connections, but you still have skills. If you can get a shipbuilder to notice them, then you might be in. Ooh, this one's dangerous. As a newcomer, you can only gain favor by grabbing a load of materials and asking the nearest guard or the nearest yard hand where to take them. only way to get to know the shipyard is to work there. No tourist. I kind of want to go do that risky one. The one that was, like, not repeatable. Actually, what do we have here? Okay, these are just cyclones. Anything farther up? There is. Bright Market. Let's see. Why wander when there are hundreds of people that live and work within Bright Market? All you need is the courage to approach them. You can find anything and everything here. The smells, sounds, and buzzing activity of the Bright Market makes it a dizzying place to wander, but an enticing one too. Ask for directions. Like, we could ask for directions. It's neutral. Like, it's danger, yes, but here, what else? Is there anything farther up? What is this one? Low end gate. Passage into the low end. Oh, we do not have that money. After some spacers cause some trouble, no one gets out of here without credits. Okay. As far as we go, I think it is. Okay, so we've still got a 6, and we've got 2 4s. So I want that critical. Like, I want to use this on a critical, I think. Super risky, right? Well, it's danger, but it's a 100% chance of positive. I have no reason to think it won't go well, right? Let's steal the dock plans. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, wow, that maxed out dock watcher right there. Okay. We can't do that one again, so it's good that it was successful. I'm not going to mess with this. Let's see. Ask for directions. Where was the one that we had? Explore the market is risky. Have the money for that. Oh wait, that was a timed one. The bar. Ooh. We could buy rations. I think I want to buy rations. You're unsure if your frame can metabolize alcohol, but this fungal drink fermented along with green whey seems like a good test. Regular. Overlook isn't exactly a restaurant, meaning the only way you'll gain trust around here is with a stiff drink. We only have 10 currency, but let's take the risk. Okay. We did get energy. Yeah, we did get 1 energy there, so that's good. And we got a little bit of regular. Okay. Shipyard. I mean, we could put a 4 into this. It has a fair chance of being good. Like, yeah, it won't be negative. So, as a newcomer, you can only gain favor by grabbing a load of materials and asking the nearest hand where to take them. Let's give it a go. Alright, we got an energy and we got multiple points in yard hand. So that's good. We got one more die left. What's this? And Kita. Hey you, wanna earn a chit? Ankita stands beside a huge pile of tied-together hull plates. She stretches her back, her shoulders bulging beneath her flight suit. Sure. I've still got one good die left. You cross the docking concourse as she begins to split the plating into two bundles. What is it with this place? She asks as she lashes the massive plates together. Everyone wants their cut. She straightens up to an imposing height, her armor plates creaking, and looks you up and down. Don't try anything, all right? She taps the butt of her sidearm. I don't want to have to put anyone else down today. Wouldn't think of it. Nope, not me. I'm not doing that. Good. She pauses. Look, I'm not usually, let's just say, my temper's been a little short lately. Ankita hoists one bundle of plating onto her shoulder. Come on then. Enough chat. You've got to earn that chit. You struggle to shoulder the plates, but you do eventually. Ankita gives you a look, ships this way, and she sets off down a gallantry at impressive speed. As you catch up to her, she turns down a passage, pushing through a small crowd of stevedores. Small crowd of stevedores. Why are you doing this yourself? You mean, why aren't I hiring these good folk? Or why aren't I hiring those good folk? She nods back at the stevedores. I've paid Havenage enough. They are currently rinsing me for a mooring. They are currently rinsing me for a mooring. I can words. They're currently rinsing me for a mooring I can't vacate unless I either fix the ambergris or sell it off as scrap. The ambergris? Is that your ship? Catch on fast. She gives you another of her looks. She rapidly turns another corner as you trail behind. She got cut up pretty bad on her last job, and I had to moor up here for a spell. But since it's only gotten worse, someone got in and sliced the core from our ship mine, so she's gone dark. She shifts the panels on her shoulder. The upshot is I'm short one ship mind with a ton of repairs to do, and the rest of the crew signed off the moment they got wind that I'd been stranded. So yeah, it's been a time. Is there anything I can do to help? I don't know. You got a ship mines tucked away on that frame of yours? For a moment, you aren't sure if she's serious. Ankita swings the plates from her back, almost knocking you over in the process. This is me. She hauls the second bundle off your shoulder. You're the first person I've met who might actually be considered helpful. She pauses, chewing her bottom lip. Look, you want to help. Come see me. I need a hand putting Amber back together. And you don't seem like the type to try anything stupid. She passes the bundles of plates through the ambergris outer lock, and then turns back. Just don't go spreading all this around. Ankita throws you a couple of chits. Consider it a bonus for not trying to grift me. She gives you a parting nod and ducks through the doorway. All right, get out of here, she calls back. And then the lock slams shut. Okay. What can we do? Oh, sealed dock. So what do we got for stuff here? We do not have the skills to rewire drones. Ambergris is in a delicate condition. It'd be too easy to push it over into cascading collapse. We want good things to happen for this person. Needs all the help she can get. Pockmarked with damage, the hull is a good place to start. What else we got? What's this one? Sealed dock? A maglock. These old maglocks look like they each need an encrypted key. Why the heavy security for a decaying dock? 2 maglocks seal the entryway to this dock. It doesn't look like anyone has been inside in years. Interesting, but not what I want. I mean, we've got a good amount of food. We're gonna get some good dice, right? What do we got in the market? We could ask for directions. We have a 4. That would be most likely marginally helpful. God, explore the market is bad for us. We can't intuit. So we get another 6 on our next attempt. You know what? I think we're gonna give it a go here. It's only a, 25% chance of it being negative? Let's give it a go. Alright, we got 2 local knowledge. That's good. We got a little bit of local knowledge. We're all out of currency, but it is what it is. We'll just... Oh! Sabine, the slum doctor. Hab block. Next comes the call from the enforcer at the door. You shuffle down the flickering hallway towards the open apartment door. You keep your head down and your shoulders high in the queue, trying not to bring attention to yourself. You were thankful for the tip-off that a doctor was operating out of this place, but now that you are here, you aren't so sure. The gang enforcer on the door, the flickering light strips, the decaying hablock. They have all made the long queue a test of your nerve. But your options are few, and without a supply of stabilizer, this body, your body, will... You suppress a shiver and shuffle forward to the front of the queue. You try to find something to distract yourself. Look inside? You lean against the door frame and look into the apartment. The entryway is dark, punctuated by green interiors of stacks of sealed containers. Green indicators of stacks of sealed containers. You lean in and see amber light filtering through a far doorway, screened with plastic sheeting beyond which blurred shapes move. The slap of the enforcer's palm against the doorway jerks you awake. Wait your turn, he growls. After a few moments, a figure pushes through the doorway, and you catch a distant voice. Send in the next one, Toshiro. The enforcer jerks his head, and you slip inside, passing through the dark entryway and pushing through the plastic sheeting on the far door. The room beyond is bathed in warm light. A floor-to-ceiling transparent panel gives a full view of the bright market's sealed roof and the buzzing traffic above. And, for a moment, you are transfixed by the motion. Come sit, calls a sharp voice. You see a silhouetted figure turned away, replacing the plastic sheeting over the frame of a simple folding bed. You make your way across the room. The figure turns, and as they do, you see an expression of confusion flash across their features. They open their mouth as if to speak. They blink, and then quickly regain their composure. Please sit. They gesture to the bed, and then turn to an open case of tools on the table. You sit. Sabine turns, a compact diagnostic scanner of some kind in their hand. They hold it to their eye. Remain still, please. Their tone is clipped and businesslike. You stare ahead, still dazed from the expression when you first entered. Fear, recognition, sadness, unmistakably etched across their face. How long have you been on the station? They ask, the scanner still in their eye. I don't know. They lower the scanner and meet your eye. You can talk. They glance towards the doorway. I know the conditions aren't ideal, but I need you to be honest with me. They make some adjustments to the scanner, or you can leave. They set the diagnostic scanner on the table. I'm going to start by assuming you don't know anything. They take your arm and roll up your sleeve, inspecting your synthetic skin. Your body is dying. They say it without ceremony, without drama, but not without empathy. SNR doesn't like to see its proprietary technology let loose. To prevent bodies like yours, frames as they call them, from being stolen, repurposed, or in your case, escaping, they built in a process of so-called planned obsolescence. Frames decay rapidly when not regularly injected with stabilizer, one which SNR remains the sole producer of. They look up. Sound familiar? How do you know this? They shift in their seat. You aren't the first sleeper I've encountered. You wait for more, but they go back to their inspection. They swap to your other arm, running some thin metal device over your skin. You feel your forearm tremble. I'm sorry, Sabine says, and you are unsure if they mean for the cold touch of the metal or everything else. Emulations like you, sleepers as most people know you. Emulations like you, sleepers as most people know you, aren't classified as people in any of the surrogate systems. You have no rights, no status. They focus hard on the inspection of your arm, and SNR has no reason to release stabilizer into the market. Sabine looks up as if to apologize again, but they stop themselves. I know little of this is used to you. They turn away, disassembling the metal instrument and cleaning it. Silence fills the room as Sabine works, and then silence gives way to tension. You stare at their back, willing them to say something, anything. Sabine turns to face you. I may be able to help. They sigh, and you see the darkness under their eyes, hear the fatigue in their voice. They gesture to the door. You saw Toshiro outside. You nod. He works for my benefactor, Yatagan. They are influential in the low end. They give me this space to work, run the door, and take the profits. At the same time, I have to fix up their enforcers, tend to their implants, sew up their wounds. They look away. But Yatagan has connections, smugglers from the Starward Belt, mercenaries working for the corporations on Ember. If they can source the stabilizer, maybe you'll have a better chance. Sabine sets down their slate, their notes complete. This is dangerous, and it'll be expensive, but I think we can do it. Why help me? Sabine walks away to the window, their face dappled by the shadows of passing drones. Let's just see if this works first. I'll let you know when I have a lead. You nod and leave, Sabine still staring out, unmoving. When you reach the lower level of the market, you look back up through the panels of the roof to see if you can see their face, but the room looks dark against the lights of the market. You duck your head and walk off into the crowd. Okay. What? Like, we have no dice rolls left, but I'm kind of curious. Okay. Sabine thinks that they can source some stabilizer through yet again, but it's going to take a few cycles. Okay, so we just got to survive long enough to hopefully get something from them. So what is this? Ooh, a street food vendor? What do they have? Emphas is busy. His broad face uplit by the makeshift gas burner in front of him. With precise, delicate movements, he lays thick chunks of marinated fungus into the dented wok, his other hand idly tossing a metal bowl of sliced vegetables in some red-flecked dressing. The smell is incredible. You watch as he fulfills a set of orders, heaping the fungus with the bright salad and depositing it in plastic trays. A stack of chits rattles in his apron pocket as customers file past the burner, handing over payment. Let's watch for now. Despite the queue, Emphas doesn't rush. He dresses each portion individually, squeezing precise slugs of liquid from an assortment of bottles into a bowl of torn leaves and bright slices before tossing them loosely together. Occasionally, a waiting customer might mutter something about efficiency, but Emphas remains steady in his process. After a while, the queue fades back into the crowd, and Emphas sets down his metal bowl and looks up across the burner to see you, watching him. I can feel your eyes burning a hole in my bowl. Free sample? Please? He gestures neatly. Come over. The smell is almost unbearably strong as he cooks. The earthiness of the fungus laced with something so spicy, the smoke makes your eyes water. The heat from the burner is like a bonfire, and your skin hardens in its glare. I know you sleepers, Emphas says while he cooks, his voice deep but clear. A hard life, a lot of stories. He glances up from beneath his cap with piercing eyes. I know. Tell him a story. You begin to tell him about your journey to the Eye, and he nods as he cooks, his eyes never leaving his work. You tell him of the confusion, the pain, but also the sense of possibility, and its sudden arrival. You tell him of the cold and dark of the container, and the endless cycles spent within it. Now it seems, you tell him, like some dream that you once had, but can never forget. You tell him that the Eye excites you and scares you, and you're unsure where to walk, where to look, what to do. Eventually, you tail off, running out of words. He places a plastic tray of steaming fungus in your hand. Next time we can talk some more, he smiles, but next time you pay. He slams a heavy hand against a button on the burner's side and shuts off. The roar of the flame, its impressive heat fades. Next time then, sleeper. He waves you away and begins to oil the walk. Before you turn back to the alley, you notice the geometric patterns of circular scars across his forearm, each surrounded with a constellation of glinting pin marks. You walk away, and as you do, you take a bite of the rich, spicy, delicately sweet fungus. Your taste sensors light up like a fusion reactor. You'll be back. Ooh, we are full on. Yeah, we are fed. We should get what, all of our dice next turn. Okay, order fungus for 15. Ooh. I mean, we only had 10 because we did, but then we spent, what was it, 6 or 10 or whatever? I don't know. We lost it. Emphasis spiced fungus is one of the few things potent enough to stimulate your limited taste sensors. It's incredible stuff. Okay, we're gonna have to figure out how we can get enough money for that. Yeah, Emphas doesn't trust people easily, but he notices regular customers. So yeah, we need stuff there. We don't have any currency. We're gonna have to figure out what we can do to get us currency. And we don't have the currency for this either. Well, either way, we're gonna have to rest. We're waiting for Sabine to give us a stabilizer, but tomorrow we should have, I think, all of the dice. I can't remember, I can't remember if I misunderstood how the rules work, but yeah, we need to make sure that we're doing some of this stuff because the debt is not good. Also, if we can do this, then we can get money, hypothetically, right? Alright, I think all that we can do now is rest. And then we'll just see what kind of dice we get and work from there. Like, we made some good progress in this one. Because let's see, what do we got? That's our container, that's our home. So, on the dock, okay, we're waiting that on the timer. The bar, we got a little bit of progress on this. I don't know how much benefit we'll get for this, but fungal drink wasn't too expensive. And other dock, we're waiting on that one. Oh, stretch. I will stretch and drink. I took my camera off of there because it was blocking some of the text. And I can stretch. Hello, Rito. How goes things? Alright, so it looks like we need to rest, and then we should get a new batch of dice to do the next bunch of things. Alright. Ooh. Your frame... Ooh, this is a way to get energy. Oh, hell diving. I think I saw that you were playing a little bit of that. Did they have a new update or something? Because I thought I saw something... Or maybe there was some kind of promotion with the movie or something? Like, I thought I can't remember if I saw something Helldivers related going on. So we don't need any energy right now. We should have enough, like, we're gonna... What is it? I think it said we lose 2 pips of energy each day. But, yeah. Alright, let's end this cycle. We'll get some new dice. More bonds and gears and stuff. Weapons. Alright. Alright. Just lost our 2 energy for each day. Fading a little bit there, but we're okay. This time, you don't wake up. Instead, the ghost of the station, that shifting skeletal rig, surrounds you. For a moment, you are gone, absent from your own body, stretched out across a colorless void. Then, the connections begin to establish themselves, threads tugging on the edge of your mind. These threads become vectors of exchange and then extensions as you feel your thoughts slipping away down them. Calling a mech now like an sheesh. They were kind of cribbing concepts from some of the other, media, but why not have mech options too? That sounds like it could be fun. I've heard, the combat and everything is fun. With the only exception being, can't you apparently drop, like if you try to reload at the wrong time, you drop the entire mag? It's one of those kinds of games. Like friendly fire is a constant struggle, and you can like drop the entire mag if you accidentally like reload at the wrong time or something. You see the station. No, you feel the station. Like a web of texture. Mech is fun. One arm is rockets, the other's a minigun. That's a lot of rounds. That is a lot of rounds. Like a web of texture in the smooth black liquid. Let's observe. Let's see. As you feel thoughts slipping away down, dissolving into millions of distributed nodes that connect you. Observe it. Even though you have no eyes, no sight, you see, feel the map of the station. No, not the map of the station, but the map of its connections. It's a looped cloud with spokes and spires that jut out into space. Reloading halfway. Yeah, you dump the entire mag, yeah. It is an ingrown thing full of obsolete loops and severed pathways. It's a system, a map, and a territory all at once. You notice a tugging feeling pulling at you, insistently, as if it were a small child. Somehow, it's pulling in 2 directions at once. You look down. All of a sudden, everything shuts off. You come back trembling into this unfamiliar body of yours, and not yours, all at once. You find yourself standing in the container, eyes now open to the dark steel walls. You feel a change within you, a shift. You close your eyes for a second and you feel it waiting there. The station splayed out across your mind. A storm of connective nodes waiting to be explored. And then it's gone. What the Oh my god, that is terrible! We got 1 6 and 2 1s? We aren't gonna get a damn thing done today. We're not gonna get anything good done today. This is not good. We got 1 guaranteed good. Oh my god, this is bad for us. Especially as a second day. Alright, what can we even do? What can we even do with 1s? Oh my god, this is bad. We don't have any money, so we can't go here. The dock, we do not have what we need for the dock. Like, we could help fix this. Surgery. Oh, wait, we're just waiting on that. That's a timer. At the market. We could try a 1 here. That's like 50% chance of something bad. Oh my god. We don't have any way to like level up or anything, I don't think. Yeah, we don't have any upgrade points. If we sunbathe with the 1 dice, will that gain us our energy? Again, it's still 50-50, but it's mostly a safe action. Like, yeah, it goes from a 1 to a 2. Man, this is not a good day of dice. This is so bad. We need to find somewhere to use the 6, though. Like, the 6, it's good to have the 6. Don't have the money for this. Let's go find somewhere to get us money. Manual salvage. I feel like we've got to do this. Like, we've got to make sure Back in Business has good progress. Like, we could do this, but again, it's still 50-50. It says safe. I mean, it's repeatable. And it's, I don't like this. I don't like having such bad dice rolls today. It's so bad. Hey, Allie. How goes things? Okay, so from here... Okay, that's dangers. We do not want danger. Danger seems bad. So, maybe not danger. God, this is so bad. It's like, this is like the second day, and we've got nothing good here. Ooh, 10. Nice. Alright. We've only got 1 good die on us. This is so bad. Well, let's do this. Because we need to make sure that we're keeping Dragos in the positive for this cycle clock. If we do this, there isn't any possibility of it being bad. So we can do this. I want to use my 6 somewhere good, somewhere like risky. Is there anywhere that's like the -1? Oh, we don't have any money. So we kind of need money, too. We kind of need money. The market. We already asked for directions. Ooh, this one. We need... Like, we could do this. It's going to complete the local knowledge one, probably, right? So... but we need to make sure that we have, like, more energy, money, or something. Oh. I just feel really bad about this dice roll. Ugh. I hate it. I hate it. Whatever. We have to deal with it. I don't exactly know what Sunbathe does. Your frame's photosynthetic skin allows you to gather energy. So let's see how it is, because we already get +1. So it's a 50-50 chance of being positive. Let's give it a try. If it's bad, it's bad, but let's try it. Yes! Energy. We got energy on that one. Okay, so now we don't have to worry about eating or anything on the next, the rest of today. I mean, do we have anything else that has a +1? Because this is so bad. Oh, I hate it. Why do I keep clicking that one? That one is not the one we want. We're waiting on Sabine's thing here. Oh wait, where was this? Yeah. This. We need to do this. If we do this, it's 50-50. We could also use the 6 on hold a section. Oh man. Well, if we get hurt, we get hurt. I'm just gonna gonna try it because I don't know. I just hate today's dice rolls so bad. And we only have 3 dice today. We need more energy or something. Hopefully when Sabine finishes the stabilizer, we can do something. Alright, let's... fingers crossed on this one. Okay, we got a negative outcome, but we got 5 crypto. I mean, it wasn't bad outcome, like it was negative, but at least we got a little bit of money. Let's do this whole dissection. Because this is going to make progress on this, for sure, I think. But what happens here if I try to put it on here? Okay, nothing. So, there is nothing beyond 6. So, alright, let's do whole dissection. Because I don't think we have anything that wants... shipyard... Everything is just repeatable stuff right now, I think. I don't think we can buy... Yeah, we don't have... 5 doesn't get us a drink, so... Let's use that 6 that we have to do whole dissection. Like, there is no risk in this. Ooh, but we did get 15 cryo. Ooh, that's good. 15 cryo and 2 pips of back in business. So this is good. We can reclaim some of our energy, or tomorrow we can make some good progress on our energy. So yeah, we've got a good amount of money here. So yeah, we have enough money for rations or even a drink. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow we have a drink. Also, where was the food place? Oh, here it is. Yeah, here it's 15 cryo to get the fancy spiced fungus from Memphis. But that, I mean, feels like that'd be good progress. But looks like we just have to wait another day and see what we get next. Want to help the ambergris, but like can't even do this. Like we start off in a bad state. Anyway, next day. I mean, we got pretty lucky. Those ones that we were stuck behind, not good. Let's get better dice rolls on the new day. All right. End cycle. Go right ahead. What silly thing are you crying about currently? All right, we're in the container. Again, the skeletal rig of the station fills your mind. It sparkles and glitters and It sparkles with glittering lights, like stars reflected in a winter lake. It is clearer, crisper than before. The threads still pull, but you remain in place, flickering in the flow. Between the threads, you see bright shapes, caches of shimmering light beneath transparent crystal forms. You follow the path of the thread across the ring, through these forms, then leap off into the void. You begin to understand these nodes and connections, a map of information, of communication. There's so many layers, so many loops that it seems almost impossible to parse. But you begin to try. Focus on the threads or focus on the nodes? The threads. Wait, nodes. Nodes or threads? Nodes. Focus on the nodes. The nodes are glassy. Thirsty, wanted to spray. So go to McDonald's. Get food. They gave him a large Sprite. It was full carbonation, but no Sprite. So, would you like some carbonated water? I didn't try it until you just wanted. Yeah, well, sometimes you just want the thing you want. There's nothing wrong with wanting the thing you want. But yeah, that does kind of suck. Like, yeah, you want the thing you want. Like, it's like I'll drink. Generally speaking, I will drink Starry. Hell, I'm doing it right now. I just turned off the camera. It's fine. But at work, at work, the people who run the cafe don't do a great job of keeping things the right amount of syrup and whatnot. So it's like, well, I could drink Starry from the fountain drink thing. I have no idea if it's actually going to be good or right until, it comes out. So it's like, I'm better off just drinking something that has like a color to it that I can go, okay, I can clearly see that this is roughly the color it should be. And, like I drink pink lemonade and be like, okay, this pink lemonade is entirely too pink this time. So clearly I'm going to get just ridiculous. And then it's just like, it looks like it was fine because it's clear. It's clear and bubbly and stuff. So it's like, this Sprite is fine. But no, it turns out it's all just, here, would you like some carbonated water? And it's very particular, you'd be very particular to want carbonated water. Some people like it, but me, and presumably you, not so much. The nodes are glassy, bright, but in all this flow, the only solid and fixed points, you approach one, a pyramid, or a triangle. Dimensions are difficult here, and lean close to it. Inside, shifting layers conceal a tangle of threads, a meeting point of exchange, but before you can glimpse any further, the glass clouds and hardens, cutting you off. Yeah, it's like it's sparkling water, but then it's got no flavor in it. It's like, come on. You need at least a little bit of flavor, maybe. The threads and nodes, passages and puzzle boxes, one leads to another. There's so much here, so many answers, so many questions. All you need to do is follow the paths and open the boxes. You look out across this ghost landscape of exchange and see an opportunity. But then, that insistent tugging again, pulling at you. You look down again and see two lines, two threads pulling in different directions, as if they're tied around you. Oh, first or second? It's two threads. I don't know which one would be better to choose. First one. Oh, jeez. The first thread leads out, away from the station, into the inky black. Someone out there is tracking you, hunting you, following the thread to you. They are in a ship, and the ship is approaching ever closer with each cycle. That's not good. That doesn't sound good. Can we not have that happen? What's the second thread? The second thread leads in, pulling deep into the station. Your gaze follows it, and this time you see something, a sphere shimmering above a strange angular body. A pulse shoots out from it, passing over you like a torch beam, testing you, tasting you. You open your eyes. Time is short. Oh my god, these are terrible dice rolls. Why do you do these things to me? Okay. Hunted. Someone out there is tracking you, following your trail. It won't be long before they arrive. That's not a good thing. I don't like that. That doesn't sound like a good thing at all to me. Okay, tutorial, the cloud. Something has changed inside you. You can now access the data cloud of the Eye, a network of decaying protocols and data caches. While there, you can use dice and items to access systems and extract data. But be careful, these networks are old and strange. Click the eye on the top of the screen to toggle this view on, off, and on. What the what am I looking at? I mean, Keynode, agent, Keynode. What happens if I click on it? I don't have any of these items. All I have is crypto thing. All I have is cryptos. Ooh, that's interesting. Some of these want specific dice rolls. Some of these want specific dice rolls. Data actions allows you to extract data from the networks of the Eye. They work like dice actions, but in order to unlock them, you must match your dice to one displayed on the right of the action. If you have a +1 or +2 modifier in the interface skill, you will be given more possible dice to match. You can use any dice that match the dice displayed. Once unlocked, the data can be extracted. That makes getting bad rolls seem less terrible. So yeah, whatever this is, a lone connection feeds into this, and it's a 1. So it's like that gives me a reason to like feel less terrible about rolling a 1, because yeah, these ones is a 2, so it gives me something to think about, or somewhere to use the 2s and the 1s and stuff. Okay, where's the doctor? Okay, the doctor is still in progress. Still need, looks like probably one more cycle. I don't think we need to eat. Like, we don't need energy too badly. Like, we're gonna lose 2 energy on the next day. But we have enough money that if we want, we can go to the food stall. I don't know how much energy that'll give me, but it does say that it's good. And at the very worst, it's like we could do one. Oh my god. I'm not going to use a 4 on a -1. Which is, I kind of want to do something there. Let's see, that's timed. That's a slower time. Ambergris. As much as I want to help them, it's not happening. Maglock. We need an encrypted key. which I think we must get from the eyeball zone. Okay, in the bar, like, we have enough money to get a drink if we wanted it. I think it gave us 1 energy last time when we did it on the first day. What's down here? Okay, what was this one again? Shipyard? Hull materials. I mean, we do 4 into 5. What is in the yard? Like, again, we could do 4. There isn't any negative reaction. Yeah, there isn't any negative reaction here, so at the very worst, we get a neutral, which, what was it? Last time, neutral gave us 5 crypto? I think we use this here to keep progress on back in business. And then use the other ones in the eyeball zone. Feels like as good a plan as any. Alright, we got 1 point back in business. Yeah, we got some back in business, and we got 10 crypto. That seems good. That seems good for us. Alright. We could have a drink. It'll give us a little bit of progress here, but I also don't know what being a regular at the bar will get us. I mean, I don't know what almost anything in this game will get us, but... you know what? Here, we'll have another drink. Alright, ooh. We got more points in Overlook Energy, and yeah, Overlook Regular, and some energy, so... Let's see. Let's see. What in the eyeball zone was it? We don't have the thing for that. We don't have a 3. A member is broadcasting on an open network from here, leaving them open for data extraction. Where was the 1? There was a 1 that we saw. A lone connection feeds into this isolated node. Its last access timestamp is 1,000 cycles ago. I don't know what the... 1,000 cycles ago? What valuable information could we even get from 1,000 cycles ago? Let's see. Tucked away during the collapse. Who hid this and for what purpose? I kind of want to try this one. Let's see if there's anything else that we can do with 1. Other than that one that we just saw. Ooh. This node pulses faintly as it mines cryo at a glacial pace, abandoned by the hacker that repurposed it. So is that, like, if we unlock this node, does that mean that we'll get a little bit of money, like, all the time? I'm not clear on what these do yet, exactly. Whatever. Let's go down to this one that was the... Where was the one that was the one? This. It's from 1,000 years ago. Or 1,000 cycles ago. Let's see what happens. Oh, shoot. We've got to use 2 dice. Or no, wait. Extract data. Extract. Oh, that's how that... Okay, it's an encrypted key that'll unlock the maglocks. Okay, now I get it. Now I think I vaguely get it. Because now we can use this here
And we can unseal one of the maglocks for some reason. Alright, we unsealed part of the maglock. Now we gotta do something with this 2. Okay. Where was the 2? Alright. Data extraction. What do we got? Okay. We have a cache of raw data from the Haven Age hardware. I have no idea what that means. But I'm gonna have to hope that that's a useful item at some... Uh-oh. The cloud. As you drift back from the nodes, something latches onto you. A thread strung tight around you. It tethers you in place. A taste. The voice makes you shiver. Its source somehow both distant and close behind your ear. You see a distant glint of light shut off, and then suddenly a shape is at your side. It stalks around you, circling like a shark, like a wolf. Entity unknown, astringent, processing. Resist? What the crap is that? You struggle against the thread, and it tightens in response. A glittering garrote. Please hold. The thread around you thickens until it is a ring, a cylinder, a tunnel of light circled around you. It is blinding for a moment, and then it's gone. As it fades, you see a figure, creature, in front of you. Its strange head flickers between different angles, reading you. What are you? The shape paces around you on lithe legs, though there's no ground here to pace on. Entity, identify, origin, serial, cadence. The figure faces you expectantly. Entity, identify, origin, serial. We are a sleeper from the SN arc. I think that's probably right. I think. Because entity, identify. That would be sleeper. Origin, SN arc. Hopefully this is good. Unknown known. The figure's strange head rotates. Brackish signature. Of and not of. Attempting interface. As the figure speaks, the more threads begin to spiral from its head. Thick, snaking, vine-like ribbons that flex and wave. They approach with intent. I don't think running is gonna work. Running doesn't seem like the solution. How about... I mean, this is the only other option. Stop. Yeah, can we ask them to leave? The figure halts its threads, its head twitching. Entity, your identity is unknown. We only seek to correct illegalities. Can you confirm your legal right to sentience? Yeah, I'm a person. I'm totally a person. I was a person one time. I just happen to be a robot now. It's fine. Don't even worry about it. Incorrect. You are an entity. All at once, Hunter's head is directly in front of yours, blocking your vision. You stink of their taste. The one from the sealed dock. Hunter shimmers with fury. I will find access. I will interface. I am not a computer. What do you mean sealed dock? What? I started opening a dock mostly because I could. An entity hides in the rotunda. You are its puppet. Hunter extends a razor-edged thread. I will not be diverted from my task. It glows with murderous intent. Look at strike. I have no option but strike. You lash out with all your force, not a physical strike, but a focusing, a spike of interference, leaping out like the tip of a spear. Hunter stumbles, shifts, separates. I guess we get the option to wake up? You open your eyes, blinking back into the station light, shaking with fear. Okay, that, 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 I'm gonna presume that could have gone a lot worse, but, you know, yeah, okay. We don't have any other energy. Like, we only have enough here to get 3 dice, so hopefully tomorrow, or, you know, after we rest, Sabine will have a stabilizer that'll help us gain more energy up here, or gain more of this up here, so that we don't end up with so little dice. Like, the more dice we have, the more we can do to progress the various stories. So, let's rest in our empty container. Hopefully we don't get hunted too badly. Alright, end cycle. Oy, oy, oy. I mean, those aren't the worst dice I ever seen. But we have progress on the thing here. Like 2 3s and a 6. So, oh, as you close up, a voice echoes down the corridor towards you. Sleeper, wait up. I'm curious. We could walk away, but I want to know what's going on. Fang, or Feng? Fang? Let's go with Fang. Fang is coming down the corridor towards you, a wonky grin on his broad face. Hey, glad I caught you. Do I know you? Heh, he grins. You do now. He puts a hand on your arm. I've seen you hanging around. Just want to chat. You staying in that thing? He nods back to the container, shaking his head. Rough. It can be hard to get a start on the eye. He looks away down the passage. What was it old Erlen said? The eye opens for us all. Nice idea, but, well, not always very practical. He glances back at you. We do our best, but it isn't easy. We? You pass together into the main walkway. Havenage. We are all one dysfunctional family. Fang puts an arm around you. I'm not part of the security branch, though. Don't worry. I'm with systems. I'm curious about this Havenage, because the thing that we got is Havenage data? Tell me more about this Havenage. Think of us as an administrative association for the Eye. Depending on who you talk to, we either emerged as a response to or a continuation of Andre Erlen's original union. He smiles. Personally, I avoid the topic. Yeah, the art is neat. Well, like, we've seen a handful of characters so far, and yeah, they all look very, like, interesting. Oh, hey, that's like the name of the thing there. He stops you in the quiet passage. Look, It's not what I'm here to discuss. I've been seeing some unusual network activity, and well, I know a little about you sleepers. I have a small proposition for you. He glances around, but this is not the place for it. I have an office just across the way. Give me a cycle or two to prepare. Then, when you are settled, stop by. He lowers his voice and gives you a dark look. In truth, I need you. If what they say is true about you sleepers, well, there's work to be done. He pats you on the back, his voice bright, and his dark look suddenly gone. Stay clean, sleeper. He walks off down the passage, raising a hand in farewell. Okay, new friend. All right. Where's the thing for the doctor? Doctor. Sabine, you've got to buy a. Oh shoot! I. How much is the stabilizer? Oh, okay, buy the stabilizer. If we buy the stabilizer, hopefully we can get to the point where we're getting more dice, and more dice means more stuff we can do. First thing you see on entering is the glint of Toshiro's implants, like a cat's eyes in the dark of the corridor. He nods you in as you arrive at Sabine's door. The entryway is still dark, and you still push through the sheeting into the surgery. I have it. Sabine stands with the case open in front of them. A set of vials linked up or lined up inside, separated by foam inserts. They pick one up, rotating it in the warm light. I have no idea how yet again. They trail off. We should treat this with caution. It looks authentic, but I have no idea if it really is what it appears to be. So I'm the test case? It seems to be the case. Unfortunately, I am not sure we have another choice. They gesture for you to sit on the bed. Stabilizer works under a similar principle as an immunosuppressant in a transplant operation, in that it stops your body from rejecting the unfamiliar part of itself. In the case of your frame, the unfamiliar part is each of your biosynthetic organ groups, which over time are identified by your body as foreign material and therefore must be eliminated. Sabine holds up a vial of the would-be stabilizer. However, unlike an immunosuppressant, the stabilizer doesn't do this by limiting your entire immune system. Instead, it re-encodes your biosynthetic organs with new protein chains, which act as passcodes within your immune system. The stabilizer refreshes those passcodes, keeping your frame from rejecting all its own organs. Wait, passcodes? What do you mean passcodes? In very basic terms, yes, they sigh. Look, what matters here is the stabilizer should be able to encode any organic or biosynthetic matter to be accepted by your immune system. They glance away, at least if the stabilizer is genuine. The only way to know for sure is to inject the vial. They begin readying the syringe. I will start with a small dose to limit the risk. How sure are you? I'm working with the best guesses here, but the case, the vials, it looks authentic. Sabine cracks the glass neck of the stabilizer vial and uses a syringe to extract a fraction of the liquid. They tap the syringe, and you watch as if any sign might emerge from the clear liquid. You barely feel the needle. your frame registering the initial injection, but with little response. The sensation begins to spread from the site, a fizzing, trembling wave that disperses through your arm with incredible speed. Your vision goes white, and when it returns, Sabine appears encased in shards of sparkling light that slowly fade into darkness as you settle back against the bed. You swim in darkness, muffled noises like an argument heard from underwater, prickling waves of cold. When you sit back up, Sabine is sitting in the chair by the window, facing away from you, backlit by the glow of their slate, awake. Awake? What happened? Yeah, what happened there? Like, how long have we been out? The stabilizer is genuine. They sit down beside the bed. I don't know how Yatan acquired a case of this stuff, but they did. Sabine looks troubled, distracted. You should rest some more, but you're going to have to do that somewhere else. They gesture to the door. I have other patients. Sorry. Sabine nods towards the case. I'm afraid I can't offer you any more doses. You are going to need to pay for your next dose. Silence fills the room, and they return to their glowing slate. Looking around the room, it seems different somehow, as if things have moved or shifted. You wonder how long you've been out. Sabine? Nothing comes free, sleeper. Remember that. You manage to get to your feet and wander out into the hallway. The queue stretches down the flickering corridor. Toshiro stands impatiently by the door and fixes you with a glare as you leave. You lower your eyes as you stumble past, somehow faintly aware of the station spinning beneath you. Ooh! Look at all the stable! Look at how stable we are! We are so stable! We're gonna get so many dice tomorrow. So how much does it cost? 100? Holy shit! How the hell are we gonna find 100 cryo? It's pink. How the hell do we get 100? I mean, that is a lot. Because we also have to pay for, like, food and stuff. For energy. Because if we bottom out of our energy, we lose some of our stability, it said. Well, on the plus side, tomorrow we'll have so much more that we can do. Okay, what do we got in here? I kind of want to do this one. If we do a 3 here, we should still be safe. Oh no, there's a 25% chance of a negative. I don't like that there's a chance, like, a 75% chance of either neutral or positive, right? So, what else can we do today? Yard stuff. Oh, that's just a timer we're waiting on. Sealed dock. More maglocks. Like, we could pay for some food. Like, order some fungus, see how much energy it gives us. Alternatively, the other place, where was it? In the market? Nope, it's not the market. Although we could do this one. Like, if we use a 6 on Explore the Market, I think we should be able to finish exploring or finish local knowledge. It's just our intuit stat is not good. Our intuit stat is not good at all. We could go to the bar, and if we could gain 1 energy back from this, and then we'd become an regular. I don't know what that would do for us, but it'd be the quickest way to advance this. I don't know if this means that we gain 1 skill point, maybe? Like, I don't... You know what? Let's just do this one. And that'll still leave us with, what is it, 18? Okay, let's do that. Alright, we gained some energy. We completed this here. I don't know what that's going to do for us. Oh, it gives us a story. The glass shatters on the steel bar beside you, and the taunts don't take long to follow. Hey, Haunt! The spacer calls across the low room. What are you doing here? He laughs at his own lame joke. Playing human? Just ignore him. You hunch a little further, staring at the hundreds of tiny impact joints that scar the bar's surface. A hand falls on your shoulder, but as you flinch away, it pats reassuringly. You freeze in place. Out! The voice comes from behind you, spat out like a shot. You turn to see bright eyes, dark hair, a stare that could breach the wall and vent you all into the hard vacuum. Oh, it's the owner of the place. As you turn back to the spacer, the second glass comes sailing through the air. I catch! You reach up a hand and the glass shatters across your forearm, showering you with fragments. Ah, that's not a good thing! Come on, man! I thought it was gonna be cool and catch it. Through the haze of glass and gruel vapor, you see Tala leap the bar and close the distance to the spacer. The thud as he slams into the wall echoes around the bar like thunder. Now flanked by other figures quickly to their feet, Tala throws the spacer out through the door and stands silhouetted against the rotunda lights. You touch your arm, it feels wet. Someone helps you to your feet and back onto your stool. Broken glass rattles as it is cleared, and a fresh measure of Gyrol is glugged out in front of you. The same hand, warm, heavy, falls on your shoulder once more. He isn't coming back. We don't tolerate that kind of shit here. Tala flops onto the stool beside you. Let's get a look at you. Tala wipes the powdered glass from around the wound, and someone places a bottle of alcohol and a metal tin with tweezers on the bar. She disinfects them and then turns to you. That was an ambitious catch, she smiles, pulling a sliver of glass from your forearm. Stupid, but ambitious. You don't feel the pain, only the string of status messages your body delivers concerning dermal damage and exposed structures. You do feel the care, though, as Tala's bright eyes search your thick synthetic skin for splinters. I watch. Tala works with the skill of someone who has had to pick glass splinters from the skin of strangers before. She hones in on each bright shard, all the time tapping the tweezer tips in little rhythms that only she can follow. Tala smiles to herself. So, been on the eye long?
Uh, I just arrived.
Thought so. I've only seen you here a couple of times. A splinter clinks into the tin. Not everyone is like that idiot. We don't all hate you. She glances around. Some of the regulars, maybe they fear you. Maybe they're just curious. I don't know. But I do know that the Overlook is a safe place. I know that it's like. I know what it's like to be new in this place. Trust me. She meets your eye. I'm not trying to convince you of anything or separate you from your chits. I just want you to know that if you need somewhere, you can always come here. I know the rations we've got aren't much, and the company is, she leans in, limited. But if you need work, I'll happily put you behind the bar. And if you need shelter, well, we can discuss that. You'll be safe. I usually have Francis on the door, and he's up in the greenway this cycle, haggling with our supplier. Francis tends to be particular about what we serve, even if the clientele isn't. She places her tweezers in the tin with a clink. That's you, Sleeper. Here. She slides the glass of Gurol to you. This'll help. She stops, her hand still on the glass. Wait, does this help? I mean, can you get drunk? Let's find out. She laughs. Just don't sit here too long. I'd hate to see you become a real regular. She walks back around the bar, gathering the glasses as she does, and before long is retelling how she threw that spacer out to a new group that just wandered in, complete with dramatic actions. She gestures in your direction, and you instinctively look away, back to the worn surface of the bar. You take a sip of the Gurol. The earthy, fungal tones fill your senses, almost blocking out sight and sound, like diving headfirst into a bog. You may not be able to get drunk, but this connection to something grown, something fermented, something old, feels good. I mean, that could have gone a lot worse, right? That went very nicely, I think, maybe. So do we have other options here now? Ooh, we do! We now have the option to work here. It's risky, but we can work here. The pay isn't great, but the tips can make all the difference. Okay. I mean, we don't necessarily want to do that. We want to try to keep progressing the scrapyard thing, I think. We could do hold a section to try to make sure to keep the debt thing ahead. I think that's what I want to do. Is this one here. Because it's just kind of a waste if we... Yeah. And it's... I'm trying to play it safe a lot. Okay, let's do this. This will get us more progress on this. 15 cryo and 2 points of back in business. I think that's good. That is good for us. What else we got? Is there anything we need 3 for? In the eyeball zone. No. Not that one. One. We do not have one. 2. The node is orbited by the remains of a corporate countermeasure broken long ago by hackers. So yeah, we do have something that matches this. don't have a thing for that. Nope. So yeah, it's like the next time we get a bunch of twos, we can do this. Oh, what's this? Correct cipher can grant you. We have Hermitage data. That's not the right kind. Okay, so we have a 3. If we put that on one of them with a 4, or with our +1, like, if we do it on one of these that has Endure, we have a, what, 25% chance of it being negative? Neutral would get us a little bit of credits, and positive would get us more progress on back-end business, I think, is how that would come together. I think I'm going to roll the dice, so to speak. Sure. Alright, let's go. We got 1 point in back-end business and 10 cryo. That's very good. That's very good. We got a good amount of cryo. I think we spend the last point. Let's see. What does ambergris want again? We don't have anything good for ambergris. Let's go ahead and we're getting hunted. Let's spend that 3 on whatever it was that wanted a 3. That's not the number. Okay, I do not remember where the 3 was. There it is. Okay. Node is orbited by the remains of a corporate countermeasure broken long ago by hackers. Let's just try to spend 3. Alright, we got 1 encrypted key for when we can. Oh. The hunter thing is making progress there. So as an effort. Get to know Emphis. So fix the ambergris. So yeah, these are our missions that we have available to us. To survive, we can buy a vial of stabilizer, but we also need a lot of money for that, wasn't it? 100. We need 100 for that. Which, that's gonna take a while. I don't know when we get upgrade points. That seems like a real good way to offset terrible dice rolls. Alright. Let's rest, I guess. Like, I don't know when is... Because I think I saw it was like, yeah, it'll auto-save for us here. Let's move on to the next day, see if we get any interesting new dialogue. Or new text. And see just how much dice we get. And then I think that might do it for tonight. I think, yeah, that might do it for tonight. And I kind of want to do another stream of this. Because it's an interesting sort of game. And I'm thinking that I want to try to do another stream of this on Monday. Just because I can just, you know, relax and read text while making as good a decisions as the dice allow. But let's end this cycle, see if we get any more progress on our stories. Ooh, look at all those dice! Although some of them are ones. Even still. Even if they're ones, that's not that bad. I don't know that. Alright. Any new... what the heck is that? Oh, it's Fang. Fang has stuff. And scrap freighter? Well, let's talk to Fang real quick, I think. Sleeper! Fang catches your attention as you approach the Havenage building, leaning against the bay door to the side of the entrance. You approach. Easier to come in this way. Security, all that. He gives you a look. You know. Slams a button on the bay. He slams a button, and the bay creaks open, blinking lights in the dark behind you. You follow Fang inside. Truth be told, I don't spend much time upstairs. This is where I work. The door hisses as it closes behind you. The bay is filled with pieces of hardware, all rigged up to generators and diagnostic slates, and things you don't recognize that glow with blue screen light. There's a chorus of hums that blends in a single wave of static, filling the dark corners of the room. Fang leans on a server stack and gestures around. You like it? I mean, well, what is all this? He taps a nearby server stack, which bleeps in response. This is my treasure trove, all dredged up from the sea of systems we call the Eye. You wouldn't believe what this place runs on. He steps over to a towering block speckled with vents. Some of these systems are from the original station, ep1, and the one Solheim built. We've had to invent new components, repair things we never built, reverse engineer entire subsystems into existence. Residents here look up at the Eye and think they are seeing a constant and concrete reality. But this place is a system in constant flux, decaying and growing, collapsing into new configurations. He walks down between the hardware stacks and you follow. We are keeping this place alive, but also remaking it into something new, dragging it away from those corporate origins. He stops. At least, that's what I'm trying to do. He turns back to face you among the flickering machines, humming all around you. You know you can see this too, Sleeper. All these systems and sections. You can't you? I think I can. It makes sense, right? You are between here and there, between the people and their systems. You light this place up like a beacon. That's what I need. You glance at the lights around you, and as you do, they seem to flicker, to realign, to follow your gaze. Fang notices it too. I'm guessing being a beacon isn't always ideal when you are on the run, though. No. No, it isn't. He pats you on the shoulder. Maybe I can help with that. There's a lot of old growth in this place. Subsystems I can't see, access protocols lost to time and decay, secrets, a shitload of secrets. With your help, I can unlock this place, break off those last ghost limbs of corporate control. He lowers his voice below the hum. Even in Havenage, there is old growth. Those whose roots trace back into those bad old days. You help me dredge up the past, and I'll see what I can do about that tracker of yours. He winks. What do you say? Anything to stop getting tracked. Fang pumps his fist and claps you on the shoulder. He meets your eye. You won't regret it, sleeper. Fang passes you a ragged-looking metal tab. A gift. He smiles. It's a Solheim cipher. I dug it up from the depths of the station. Slot that into an old network gate, and you'll be able to pull out all kinds of secrets from the nodes inside. He walks you back to the front of the bay. Start by bringing me whatever you can turn up. Use that emulated mind of yours and see what's out there. Let's get a picture of how things are. Those above, he nods at the ceiling, have granted me an acquisitions budget. I can pay you for whatever useful data you bring in. I know you need it. He slams the door button again. Keep it quiet. Keep it clean, sleeper. And I'll see you soon. You step, blinking, back into the passage. Those flickering lights still in the back of your mind. Okay, now we have new things going on. Okay, so if we can find... wait. What is this? Fang will pay you well for any Solheim data you dredge up from the Eye's old systems. Oh wait, this is this is Solheim cipher, not Solheim data. Fang wants you to look at the data hiding deep inside the subsystem. I don't like all these ones, but honestly, 2 5s and a 4 and a 3 doesn't seem the worst. Anyway, like I said, we're gonna go ahead and make sure that it saves here. Wait, what's this over here? Let's see. Buy some scrap. Most of what comes in from the Star Wars belt is corroded trash, but sometimes something valuable can be found among salvage. Oh! Big stuff goes to the shipyard, valuable stuff to the markets. They'll let you buy a few crates, but not much more. Unload containers. Freighter crew are eager to get their payload into the port exchange, and they'll pay you a wage. So I feel like that's where we're going to probably put one of our 5s. Although, still have, what was it? Shipyard? Like, we could put the other 5 here, and it would most definitely give us the rest of the back in business, and probably a little bit of crypto money. Anyway, I think that's going to go ahead and do it for tonight. 19 seconds. Options. Whoa. Default is fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I think it saved not that long ago. All right. We're doing good here. I enjoyed this. It was a weird sort of game. A lot of reading, but you know, some people like the reading. Hey. Hey everybody. Wanna thank folks for watching. I do appreciate it. This game is free on Epic for the next several days still. So at the very least, add it to your account. Give it a try when you can. Because I get the distinct impression that, the story can go a bit differently depending on how well your dice rolls go, what builds you choose, what you choose where, things like that. So give it a try. It's free on Epic, at least for the next few days. Yeah, want to thank folks for watching. I do appreciate you hanging out. But yeah. Want to give a shout out to the folks watching the VOD, whether it be on Twitch or over on the YouTube archive. I do hope you enjoy the stream and you are able to catch a live one at some point. Follow the channel if you like. Join Discord if you want. Both are great ways to keep track of when you do come online. You can sub to the channel here on Twitch. Helps keep the lights on, helps keep me in video games. Super supportive, all that good stuff. Over on YouTube, like the video, comment. I know this one is a different sort of game, but yeah, it's kind of a neat sort of thing. See how people enjoy it. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the YouTube things. I hear it helps. I don't even know. Next scheduled stream is Tuesday night. Although, like I was saying earlier, I think I kind of want to try to see if I can sneak in another stream of this. Maybe Monday night. I think maybe Monday night we try to sneak in another couple hours, however many cycles that'll get us. Progress some of these storylines because I am kind of curious where the story is going. Because our guy is not doing the best as a robot man, but he's trying. So yeah. But until next time, I do hope everybody's taking care of themselves with everything going on. I have been Somebody Nowhere. You have been amazing, and I do hope to see you next time. There you are, ending screen. Like the music is just like so spacey. All right. Have a good night.